Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Kamen Rider Saber, you guys. I'm so excited to see what is going to happen next on the show. And if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, great episode of Saber last time. I love the development we're getting for Touma, because I'm still not completely clear on whether or not it's like something very specific about, his blade or his abilities, or if it's just his determination that's like caused him to be able to do things like splitting people. We saw last time that he didn't split the girls from the Megiddo. He split the girls, period, because what he had been kind of trying to communicate to the one sister for a lot of the episode was, you know, no two people are exactly the same, and that's okay. You shouldn't feel like you're nothing without another person, you know, even if it is like somebody very close to you. So we see Touma get put in. I can only compare it to like kind of a coma. He's beaten very badly by Ogami and just will not stay down. Will not stay down. Won't stay down when he gets beaten. Won't stay down when he's resting and like unconscious. He's just determined to save these girls, and he comes in and splits them and helps Yuri to kind of come in and finish the job and get them split from the Megiddo. Also, Yuri and Daishinji's weird, creepy experimentation. Like, we never did get to see. We just know that Yuri is, like, horrified and Daishinji is, like, way too excited. And I gotta say, I'm loving the little bit of lightheartedness that we do get to kind of balance out some of the really bigger stuff that's going on. Like, apparently, Ogami is kind of, he's still with the Sword of Logos, but he's definitely, I feel like he is playing it smart, you know what I mean? He's there so he can keep an eye on what's going on at Sword of Logos, and he's also, like somebody pointed out to me, yeah, he nominated himself to go and take care of Touma because at least he knows when he's in charge, he can keep an eye on Touma and he can kind of have some more control of the situation. As opposed to if one of the other two left now, Ren or Rintaro, who are clearly, I think, a little bit more, you know, not seeing things very clearly, if one of them tried to go. So, I feel like Ogami's kind of like, not playing both sides. I mean, we saw last episode, it's very important to him to make the world a better, safer place, and that means being with the Sword of Logos. Like, he definitely has loyalty and everything. But, you know, we know that he knows there's something going on, and I feel like he's kind of keeping an eye on both sides now. So, I don't know if he'll, like, officially join up with Touma in secret or not. I think that would be really cool, but, yeah, so we still have quite a bit to get through when it comes to at least half of our old friends still not trusting Touma, and I feel like just kind of being a little bit blindfolded by this whole thing that's going on with the Southern Base. What's really going on with Master Logos, what's going on with Sophia, and even like I can kind of draw some conclusions about Touma and, like, why he started manifesting all of these. I think it's because, like, now he is, you know, we had the battle between him and Daishinji where, like, now he is starting to put some of that into his blade. But I'll be curious to see if it's, like, something even more than that. Because we know, like, Daishinji started following him because he's, like, this kind of, like, chosen one that his family has been looking for so many generations. So, it'll be kind of interesting to see. as the details develop about everyone and everything on the show. So with that being said, what do you say we go ahead and get started on the next episode of Kamen Rider Saber? Let's go. Oh my god, guys. I don't even know where to... What just happened? I thought we had finally gotten to the point where, like, after twist after twist after twist, we were kind of, like, settling into a little bit of a focused story, and we were just gonna ride it for a while. No pun intended. What just happened? So... And we already kind of knew, again, that Master Logos was probably shady. At least this current Master Logos. So when that individual led Touma, they probably thought that Touma was up to something bad, and they were letting him in to do it. That might be why they did. Because I'm like, why are they helping him? Then maybe they thought he was one of the bad guys. And then so I was very confused. I'm like, why? I was very confused on why all of a sudden Storius had the forbidden book, so Master Logos must have come in and let him take it, is what I'm guessing? We didn't actually see that, but I think by that little smirk from Master Logos at the end, I think we could kind of infer it, that, like, he wanted this to happen. And as soon as Touma got his hands on that book, I'm like, no. That feels like some kind of cursed book that's going to do something awful to whoever wields it. And it's weird because when the one guy, it was Storius, because he followed Storius out. When he opened it, it didn't, like, possess him. When Touma opened it, it straight up possessed him. And, like, henshined as him. And I gotta say, guys, Primitive Dragon, though. Primitive Dragon kind of has, like, this... almost... the color scheme and just kind of the, like, jerky movements. I'm kind of getting vibes of, like, I'm not sure if I want to say this in case somebody hasn't seen this series, but it feels very, like, zombie-ish. I was gonna cite something specific from a fantasy series. If you want to know what it is, I'll tell you in the comments. But it's just, I feel like they covered that pretty early in the series, but just in case somebody hasn't seen it, I won't say it. But it has this kind of, like, ice / undead kind of color scheme and vibe to it. And it has, like, you can tell, like, again, like, total kudos to the suit actor, because just by the movements you can tell it's, like, feral, you know? It's a primitive beast. It's a primitive dragon. And it's weird because you wouldn't think of a dragon as being something that was super, like, in control and like, it's not, you know, it's not like a dragon is exactly tame, but that dragon's he is definitely a wild dragon. And I am so ashamed of myself for kind of liking the couple of seconds of bad Touma that we got, but he just pulled it off so well, and it was just kind of hard to resist, if I'm being honest. I kind of was digging bad Touma with his glare, but not really, though. I want good Touma back, and I think he's back. I think it did, like, release him. It's just that he has that book now, but when he uses it, it can't be controlled. Again, kind of remind me, I shouldn't have said this in case somebody hasn't seen the series, but it was giving me some vibes of another Rider series, and that really could be any Rider series. So I think they've done that a few times where they've had, like, the good guy is possessed. I feel like they've done... Anywho. Wow. Okay, so we got to see a little bit of Master Logos. I really am wondering if it's going to be somebody we know under the hood. I'll be very curious to see. Because I feel like they focus way too much on, like, the fact that we couldn't see the face. You know what I mean? Clearly they are now kind of sort of working with Storius, maybe, or at least, like, they may not have joined forces together, but I think it was implied that they could help each other in their goals, which means that Master Logos is up to no good. Again, we kind of already knew this. We knew there was something about the organization, and it would make total sense if, like, he even said the current Master Logos. When was this Master Logos inaugurated or whatever? Like, is it possible that, you know, since this master has been there, that's the traitor, that's the one who has been, you know, pulling the strings for the adverse all along. Actually, yeah, I would guess, yeah. That's like if the leader of your organization is like a traitor, then yeah, that would be a problem. That would be a big problem. So, all right, guys, I'm still like trying to digest everything that just happened. I feel like we got a lot in that episode. I think that's definitely going to be one that I'm going to be giving a little bit of a rewatch, a little skim through, just to kind of be like, okay, but it's weird because I was noticing the claws. You guys heard me talking about the scratches and everything. I'm doing some home improvement projects right now, so I'm like, it's standing out to me more when I see it. I'm like, that needs to be fixed right there. And I'm guessing it has something to do with the claw, because they even said in the little cutaway shot something about like scratches, something or other. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up because, like I said, I'm still just kind of processing everything that happened. But let's discuss, fill me in on fun details, your thoughts, your opinions, etc., etc. Here we go on the never-ending roller coaster that is Kamen Rider Saber, you guys. I love that episode. Oh, fantastic. Just total thrill ride. I hope you enjoyed watching it along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.